Hello everyone, this is Dan Gramza, and welcome to Gramza Market Studies for Monday, December 21st. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. And let's take a look at these stock indices. I'm looking for an up day across the board in the stock indices. I think Friday's closes were healthy. It's a nice small move back in the S&Ps, a non-symmetrical pullback. We had a little bit of follow through in the NASDAQ market, but that 1810 and 1820 still looms out there. The Dow also, a nice little beautiful pullback. I'm looking for an up day in that market as well. And the mid caps are hanging right in there. I also received some emails regarding these two green lines, and again, it's something we discussed in the advanced videos, but this is the original buy point. And what we talked about was if we were going to add to that position, it would be at the second level, and that's what you're looking at there. And both of these positions have met magnitude objectives. So that's the setup that you're looking at there. But let's take a look at those currencies and see what's going on there. You know, in the US dollar, what I'm looking for is a weaker US dollar today. And I'm looking because all this week, last couple weeks, we've seen the US dollar getting stronger, right? But I think we've gotten low enough that we found some buyers in these currencies, and I'm looking for a potential up move in all of these markets, except the yen I think is a little different. But that would mean the US dollar getting weaker across the board. In the Japanese yen, by the way, we did make new highs here, which would have created a buy point. That buy point would have lost 10 ticks in that move. It did not work. No follow through. Here it would have reached magnitude objective to the downside. However, we are at levels that we found buyers before, so I think on the short side for Japanese yen, wouldn't be surprised to see kind of a sideways type move today. But on Aussie dollar, looking for an up move. Same thing for British pounds. The Canadian dollar, this market actually did get low enough to find some buyers. They went through this buy point. That's 35 ticks, or $350 a contract would be the dollar value of that move. And what we are looking for, by the way, is an up move here. This market did initiate a long position when it went through that green line, and that position failed. So that would have lost 10 ticks. Now, let's move on. Let's take a look at the interest rates. There on the short end of the curve, we're looking for continued strength. We are at levels that we did find sellers before. We're looking for kind of an unchanged day today in that market. But I think in the notes, we're looking for an up day. Same thing in bonds, we're looking for an up day. This is an example of an intraday chart where you see a market that reached magnitude objective and then scratched on the second half of that trade. Now let's move on and take a look at those metals. I feel the same way about these. Across the board, we're looking for buyers to come into the metals markets, gold, silver, and copper. It'll be important to see that follow through, and it should happen today. That would be the ideal situation. And if we do, then how we behave in the next couple of days are going to be a big deal for these markets. And if we look at the energy markets, well, crude oil has gotten high enough to find some sellers. This is potentially a sideways market setup. The most recent action, though, is bearish. We're looking for a down day in crude oil, and the same thing for natural gas. 3 days they've been selling this market, and we're looking for it to back off now. Beans, corn, wheat, we're looking for continued weakness to the downside unless we have something fundamentally that gives us a reason to be a little more optimistic about these markets. I think these setups are bearish, and we're looking for continued weakness in those markets as well. So, interesting mix. Can't wait to see what happens. And also, I can't wait to be with you again. And I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. And in the meantime, take care.